And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semifinals or semi-finales, papi, of the Hatchery Cup number 14. I do apologize for that break, for that wait even, but I hope you enjoyed that brutal OSC as we are jumping into our fresh best of 3, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Leylines. We have the red Zerg player from Belarus representing Alien Esports. It is Nikich. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the yellow Terran player from the land of Brazil, also representing Alien Esports. It is INexorable. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Nikich with, I would say, a crazy upset in the last series. Again, Nikich had some strong moments and some strong plays, and I was expecting an ace match, but no, Nikich had a crazy comeback. He had a crazy performance to be able to bring it all the way back and to claim the series in a 2-0 end scoreline. It was crazy. It was wild. We'll see how it compares to INexorable. Now, coming into this after Nikich's win, I have to favor Nikich. I have to lean towards Nikich here when it comes to our players. At the same time, INexorable has been a very strong contender in the Latin American region for quite some time. What I will emphasize, though, is that we have been seeing a little bit less INexorable over the past month. The reason for this, we did ask INexorable this morning. I was like, Papi, where have you been? Like, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a while. INexorable did explain that he was busy with his exams. He was busy with his exams, his college exams, so he was otherwise preoccupied. He could not compete for a month. Because of that, is he rusty? Or is he still in form? That's the question. That's the real question. If he's in form, then I'm excited for a back and forth. We'll see if INexorable can bring it to Nikich. Let's go. Let us go. As for now, we are going to be settling in. Now we have our initial openers here. A Hatch Gas Pool, standard opener out of Nikich. Likewise, the CV Scout will distract. Will be annoying here in the mineral line. Taking a lot of damage, but does delay mining here from that one drone. SCV pulls away. Third base soon to be taken. Nikich in position. So far, so good. Reaper does poke in. Dancing with the army. Again, shouldn't get any drone kills, and so far has not. So far, so good. Likewise, Marine does find the Overlord. Very nice catch. Overlord is going to be going down. Nice pick off early on. Reaper confirms that there is a third expansion, and Nikich, he pulls out of gas. I want to point out for Nikich, just because he has been prone to be hyper-aggressive, does pull out of gas. Likewise, Overlord will live just barely to fight another day. Oof, does pull out. And behind this, we have hidden 2 Raxes. I mean, the Overlord scout is still going to be denied, as the Overlord is very low on HP. The Marine is racing on the Marine is racing on over. I have to catch that Overlord. I have to get him. Can I get him, Papi? Nah, the answer is no, as the Overlord does float away.
Swarm has evolved.
There we go. The Swarm has evolved. The Overlord does escape. And with that, Nikich, he will not get supply blocked. So no supply block, but the scout is denied. The scout is denied, and this is a 2-base all-in. 2-base all-in. INexorable, he's going for a 3-rack setup, and this screams Hellbat push. This screams armory with continued Hellion production into Hellbats. This is going to be hyper-aggressive Hellbat timing here, sim timing with Hellbats from INexorable, and Nikich back at home. He is still in the dark. He's still unawares as to what's happening. Oh boy. So INexorable, he does move out. Fans out with those Hellions. Heads towards the bases. Queens are in position. But again, this is just to make it look like a standard build. You know, 4 Hellions make sense, up to 6, up to 8. Yeah. And the Hellions, they're poking, they're prodding. Nikich, he attempts to rescout. Going back into the main. Marines not quite in position.
Swarm forces under attack.
And Nikich, what does he see? What does he confirm? Now, seeing a reactor on the racks is a big tell. It's going to be a big tell here. Overlord does get a little bit closer. Hellions are distracted, or I should say INexorable distracted. And there it is. There's a scout. He sees reactor on the racks. He sees more Marines trickling in. This is odd. This is weird. This does not look normal. The starport is missing. The racks with the tech lab is missing. This screams aggression. Yep, there it is. Instantly. And because this looks so weird, Spine Crawler. Spine Crawler's on the way. Baneling Nest is thrown down. He's getting into Ling Bane, but is it too late? Is it too little too late? Hellions, they poke in. Armory still not done. Ooh, which means Spineclaw is going to finish. Spineclaw is going to finish in time. Baneling Nest will finish in time as well. So far, good reactions by Nikich, recognizing that something was amiss. And now here comes the push. Here comes the all-in. How many Hellbats? 10. Soon to be 12. So 12 Hellions about to morph into Hellbats. The Overlord will confirm. Yeah, he sees everything, he knows. Queens are moving in. Baneling production has begun. Oh. Hellions are a little bit premature. One Hellion gets picked up ahead of time. And now it's time to morph in. It's time to morph. Oh, it's morphing time. God. As Hellbats, they waddle forward. Banelings, oh, nice target firing. Very nice target firing. Banelings, they go down, and not the best connections. Now we're going for the Queens. We have more Banelings on the way. 3 more Banelings. Better connections. Hellbats are falling. There's one Hellbat left. Queens are going down, but there's just not enough here. Barely not enough. That second wave of Banelings may just have been enough here for Nikich to hold. And INexorable, remember, this was an all-in. It was an all-in. There's no third CC. There's no command center. Nikich, he's on 3 bases. He's up to 54 drones. The longer this goes on, the better it is for Nikich. He did end up losing a couple of queens, but there's still 7 queens remaining. Plenty. Here comes the second wave. Yeah, the boys are being pulled. It's all or nothing. The boys have arrived. Hellbats morph in. And one way or another, the game ends. Either INexorable kills Nikich or he dies trying. Oh. Bane's all in. They connect with the Hellbats. Likewise, nice target firing on the Queens. Bane's not ready. The Banelings are not ready. The Queens are going down, and the all-in. The second wave, it's working. The Banelings, it's too late. They try to connect. Nice kiting, very nice kiting. Oh god, one connects though. 2 can no, he takes the Banelings to the face. GG. He takes the Banelings to the face, and Nikich, he survives. And Nikich takes game number 1. Whew. INexorable, he was so close. INexorable, he was so close to winning then and there. Again, if he was able to have some better splits against those Banelings, and maybe, just maybe, it would have been enough to break through the Banelings, to build up that Marine count, and to just snowball out of control then and there. He was so close. I was shocked by how well that second wave worked, but just barely done enough. Just barely. He took 2 Banelings to the face. That cleaned everything up. Cleaned everything up then and there. GG, well played. We're now making our way into game numero 2. Let's go. We're getting into game 2. And we'll see if INexorable can bounce back. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have our Brazilian Terran player, the Yellow Terran, representing Alien Esports. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back, we'll see if he can recover and force the ace match. It is INexorable. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player from Belarus, representing Alien Esports, leading the series 1-0. As their teammates, it is Nikich. Just rewatching. Just rewatching. Crazy moments. I apologize if I shook the camera too much as well. I was getting excited back. I was getting excited. I apologize. But GG well played. And yeah, for now we're getting into game number 2. Crazy 2-base all in there out of INexorable. We'll see what it goes for here in that second game. For now, standard opener. Standard openers here out of INexorable and by Nikich as well. Everything looking as it should. Hatch gas pool and racks expand. For now, we are going to be settling down. Whew. Just taking a moment. I still have to recover after that last game. But thankfully, so far, standard builds. Again, hatch gas pool. We should soon be taking a third base. We are loading into Ultra Love. Ultra Love is a smaller map in the map pool, but yeah, the drone does move out. Nikich getting ready to expand. Is setting up for the expansion. Reaper dips in. Does dip in. Gets into the mineral line. Chips away at the worker. Wings, they get us around. The drone's getting low. Oh my god. Yeah, the drone does get low, but the Reaper does not quite get the kill. In the end, Nikich, he holds. He holds, he defends. Meanwhile, once again, the Overlord gets caught out, but this time there is a pillar here, and the Overlord will escape. The Overlord does get away. And do you see what? Oh my god! Do you see what I see? Third command center. Unlike the previous game, we have a third CC on the way. So INexorable, this is a macro build, economic, no crazy 2-base all in with Hellbats. Nothing of the sort. This time, standard build. For now. This could still turn into a 3cc 2-on-1. This can turn into a 3cc Banshee opener instead. There's potential. Definitely potential here for INexorable. They pull away. To pull away. And where's the starport? So it's going to... This looks like 3cc Hellbats. There's no second racks. I mean, there soon should be. But yeah, okay, so we do have really fast stim. Really fast stim is being researched here for INexorable. This is not standard. It's not standard. It's still economic, which is why I'm leaning towards a more macro variation of Hellbat push. This is a little bit old school. Oh, never mind. We do go for the add-on swap. Throwing down 2 more Raxes. Okay. Let him cook, Pappy. Let him cook. This is going to be more aggressive. So this is not your typical 3cc 2-on-1. As you can see, heavily delayed starport, extra Raxes. It means that on the one hand, INexorable, he will have less of a map presence. You can see here, this is actually quite similar to the game that we saw from Nikich in game number 2 of his series. Now, if you remember what had happened, Nikich, he went 3cc 2-on-1, and he went for around a 6-minute timing with 16 Marines and 2 medevacs. I think just before 6 minutes, actually. I believe this will hit later, though, for INexorable because of how heavily delayed. Oh my god, getting up to 5 Raxes. But you can see just how heavily delayed the starport is. The starport is heavily delayed. Because of that, there is no push. There is no move out. INexorable, he's going to be building up a mass amount of Marines. He's going to be staying back at home and going for a later 1-1 timing. Now, what this means is that Nikich, he can be greedy. If he knows what's going on, Nikich can be greedy. We can see that Nikich, though, he's making Lings, he's throwing down the Baneling Nest here, he's delaying his upgrades, delaying his Evo chambers. Nikich, he's not cutting as many corners as he otherwise could against what INexorable's doing. So a really interesting build. Interesting build here by INexorable. It will eventually hit like a truck, and I think this might turn into an 8 racks. Right now, we're up to 5. So we'll see how heavily he does saturate his third base. And specifically, we'll see if he takes his gases. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the gases at the third. I'm looking to see if he throws down 3 more Raxes as well. There's the add-on swap into medevacs. And you can see that by this point, Nikich, he was already moving out across the map in his game. Here, in INexorable, he's still at home waiting for the medevacs. So you can see this does hit later compared to the 3cc 2-on-1, but we have so many more Marines. 27! Jesus. So many more Marines. And we'll see what this 1-1 timing looks like. Now back at home, Nikich, he is getting to Baneling speed into 1-1 upgrades. Does scout the Mass Marine, does scout the 3rd CC, of course. As INexorable moves out, Nikich is ready for a run-by, ready for a counterattack. Oh my god, he pulls the... Oh, Jesus! Okay, it's a 2-base all-in. So straight up 2-base all-in, the 3rd CC was a fake-out. And he's going for the kill, he's going for the kill, going for the red Banelings. Can they be targeted down? Ooh, 1 does connect, only 1 though. He just won Bailing. Remember, 1-1 upgrades not done for Nikich. He dives on the Bailings once again. They're about to finish. The SCVs. Oh my god. Massive connections. The Bio-Army pulls away, and oh, the connections are too good. They're a little bit too good. They do connect, and with that Nikich, he will hold. Whew, 19 SCV kills. A very intense all-in by INexorable. This was a crazy build. GG gets called, and Nikich, he will survive. He will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations here as Nikich will claim the series. Again, a very, very intense game. Very intense series. Ooh. As Nikich, he does claim it. INexorable, he unfortunately does not quite make it through. But again, that was intense. That was insanely intense. Ay, ay, ay. So I'm just trying to catch up. But yeah, GG, well played. Nikich does advance into the grand finals. That was a really interesting build. I wanna wind it back a little bit for INexorable. I'll be honest, if those Bailings at the end didn't connect, I do think that INexorable, he did split and did pull back well enough against the first wave of Bailings, but that second wave finished up just in time, and we had the juiciest connections, like very, very juicy connections. Did snowball out of control. With that, we saw that, alas, INexorable, he was not quite able to get on top of the queens. If that second wave of Bailings hadn't connected, I can 100% see this build working. I can 100% see INexorable just breaking through that defensive line, cleaning up all the lings, and shutting down all the queens. Like, those Bailings were the saving grace. They were the MVPs there for Nikich. Whew, it's crazy. And with that, let's catch up on the bracket. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's switch our scenes over and figure out what has happened, what has occurred.